What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing on today? Let me bring myself up, making sure that we are on the screen and we are. Oh, let me turn myself down, Chad. Hold on. Hey, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Let me put my phone up so I can see any questions that may come in, comments that may come in. Hope y'all are having a fantabulous week thus far. It is Friday. It is profitable and productive Friday. All right, hold on. Hold on. Let me get my chat. I've been playing around with this thing right here. Let me get my applause. It's profitable and productive Friday. Hold on here. Hallelujah. Yes, 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 yes. And so, for those of you that are joining for the first time, or maybe you have joined but haven't come in at the very beginning, my name is Nichica Melton, and I am your simplified productivity coach. What that means is I work with high achieving professionals and entrepreneurs like yourself by providing simple, customized strategies that bring back the balance into your life, clarity, focus, productivity, and profit. Okay? All of the things in a simple and customized way. So, what we are going to do today, if you were on at the last recording, which we did have some typical technical difficulties, but YouTube was showing up. Okay, YouTube was in the house. So, at the last one, I went over the different sections of the goal setting sheet that's in the Profits Planner. Now, if you have not gotten your Profits Planner, you can see if you go to Coach Taria's Instagram, it has been revised. So you definitely want to get your orders in. And while I'm thinking about it, hi, Georgia, Miss Tamika. I just thought, listen, if you're listening, if you're watching and listening, because I know some people are at work, don't let me get you in trouble. You might have to just listen, and that's cool. If you're chiming in, let us know where you're chiming in from, because in every one of our gatherings, our live sessions, we have people chiming in from all over the world, which is pretty dope. Technology is amazing when it works right. You know what I'm saying? And we oh Lord, let it work right today. But wherever you're chiming in from, let us know city, state, country. You can also put into the chat, what is it you do? If you're an author, a speaker, a coach, your professional career, whatever you're comfortable in sharing. And you'll see me looking down because I'm checking comments on my phone. So don't pay it no mind, child. Don't pay it no mind. All right. So again, chime in. Let us know where you are watching and listening from. We are going to get started. I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully this Zoom whiteboard works better than the one in the streaming system, because the one in the streaming system gets a little bit wonky. Okay. So y'all let me know when you can see the goal setting sheet. Okay? And I'm looking down at my phone to see, and it doesn't look like it's coming in. All right, dang it. All right, let's go back. Let's add this to the same. Here we go. Maybe this is what I need to do. Yep. Okay. Let's make this bigger. So I'm going to be behind the scenes still talking. Let's make this bigger. All right, cool deal, cool deal. And let's see if the typing works. Yes, it is. Houston, we have lift off. Okay. Yes. All right. So this is the goal setting sheet within the book Profits Club Planner. This right here does not want to do right. Lord have mercy. All right, we're gonna make it do what it do, wop. All right. In the goal setting sheet, and in anything that you do, please let me stress. And if there's any point in time that y'all can't hear me, let me know. Um, you gotta read the instructions. Okay? Let me turn myself up a little bit. Okay, you can hear me good. It's imperative that you read the instructions because the creator had a thought process, right? They had an intention. So, with this goal setting sheet, which was created by Coach Taria, it says clearly each month select 1 to 2 goals for each area of your life. Each month, right? So, this goal setting sheet is for a month. So, I'm going to be typing in, and then you all can fill it in. I'm not going to write it out. We're just going to do numbers, Chad, for sake of time. We're going to start it with today. And we're going to go for 1 month, which would be through June 9th. Again, the instructions are 1 to 2 goals for each area of your life. And if you've been watching from the beginning, there were 3 areas that we are focusing on. 3 areas, okay? And I'm checking my YouTube comments. The one that we're going to do with the goal setting sheet today is the personal development. The reason that I'm doing personal development is we have this misconstrued definition of what personal development is. We always want to attach personal development to work, whether it's in your business, whether it's in your hobby that you're trying to make a business, whether it's in your career. That's where we want to attach personal development. But the reality is, by pure definition, personal development is anything that you are doing to improve yourself or take yourself to the next level, whatever that level is, and you get to define that. You get to define what that level is. So, with this goal setting sheet, we're going to go through personal development, and I'm going to give you some examples from a business standpoint. I know everybody that's watching they don't have a business. So, we're going to do it from the professional arena, and then we're going to do it personal. That way you have the full gamut. And as I mentioned in the very first live, there are those of us, and I say us because I'm included, we're still working while we're building our business until it replaces our income. Okay? So if personal development is one of my areas that I want to focus on, then I'm going to do it in regards to my business. I'm going to do it in regards to my job. If I feel like there's either a promotion that I want to get, or okay, if we can tell the truth, no harm, no shade, no disrespect. Sometimes that personal development means I'm getting myself ready to transition to another place of employment. Okay, just keeping it real for everybody listening. Hallelujah. And then I have the things that I want to or need to work on for me. And this is what I teach as a simplified productivity coach. You have to have balance. If you just focus on one area, those scales are going to tip. And that's how that overwhelm slips in and makes its home in your life. That's how that burnout slips in, because them suckers be slipping and slide into your life and makes its home. Balance. What does balance look like? Balance looks different for everybody. There is no set formula for balance. And that's why I offer customized strategies, because things look different for everybody. There's no one size fit all, y'all. So I'm going to, and I'll shrink this, personal development. And again, this is one of the areas that was on the circle of life, which is at the very beginning of the product profit planner. Okay. Personal development. So this one right here, and I'm going to tag it so that we know. This one is for the entrepreneur. And let me say this to you as well. For whatever reason, there is this mindset that says, I'm not an entrepreneur if I'm not making XYZ money. I'm not really an entrepreneur if I don't have a brick and mortar place for people to go into. I'm not really an entrepreneur if I'm not making six figures. Let me tell you something. As if you are not part of Book Profits Club, you need to get on in there. Okay, get on in there, because if you are an author, you have a tool in your hand that you are leveraging, and it's creating a business for you. It's creating business if you want to get on more stages, a speaking business, a book business, okay, where people are buying your books, a training business, depending on what you are writing, your genre, where you can train from. You have a business connected to that book. If nobody ever told you, you're welcome. You have a business connected to that book, and you are an entrepreneur. Don't make it more complicated than what it needs to be. And I like things to stay simple. When people start complicating things, child, my brain goes crazy and says, hold up, hold up, hold up. This thing just got complicated. All right. So, and child, if y'all hear that, my computer's trying to give me notifications about my printer chair. Okay. So, if you remember from our first live and all the preceding ones, because I'm building with our hypothetical person, one of the areas of their personal development was that they needed to focus only on the things that feed their vision and success. So I'm going to type that in. So I know you're like, what did you say? You said that. Yes. Focus only on those things that feed my vision and my success. Hold on, move this over. Okay. Development. Why is that their goal for this month? Because this person, so many of us, I am guilty, both hands are raised. Y'all can't see it, but both hands are raised. Yup. Why? Because we're always scared that we're going to miss out on something. We are just in the terrifiedness of missing out. So we sign up for these free webinars, which may or may not have anything to do with what our goals are. So when we sign up for those free webinars, we get the emails. And there's nothing wrong with that because the person didn't know that you didn't need their services. But what we fail to do is unsubscribe from those things. Okay? So we're going to go through as an action step. And here's the important thing about these action steps. You're not writing them in order of importance, right? You're just going to write down what your action steps are. Then once you get them written down, we'll organize them. Okay? There's a different place in the planner where we will organize them. Right now, we're kind of doing a brainstorm for our goal setting. And with the personal development, we're focusing only on those things that feed my vision and my success. So, the first thing that we're going to put in this box is, hold on. There we go. Go through my emails and delete. Let's do this. Go through my emails, delete, and unsubscribe from unnecessary subscriptions. Now, I would bet you $1 to a donut. That's because I'm country. I would bet you $1 to a donut that the majority of the people listening right now have to do that. You have to go through your emails and unsubscribe. Just deleting them every day is not enough. It is not enough. You need to unsubscribe. Okay? The next action step, and this one right here gives some people a headache. Organize my emails so that only business is going to business and personal personal. Organize my emails so that only business items are going to business. Let me put items. Business emails, business messages. We put messages are. You see how I got aggressive? Put that red line up under there. I know that ain't how you spell it. Organize my emails so that only business messages are going to business and personal to personal. A lot of times when entrepreneurs first start out, everything's going to the same email address. Everything. And so some things fall through the cracks because they're not properly organized. Okay? And if you're a part of BPC, you have your capture page, right? Or you're working on your capture page. You're working on your capture page. Or you've reached out and had your capture page done by Omna. So, which is one of the Coach Taria's staff members. So when you have your capture page done, you have to have a domain. And that domain can have its own email address. Okay? All right, just throwing that out there for those who did not know. And then in this box, we're going to put for the third action step, notify business clients that we're using the personal email of my new email. Shrink it. Address. Business email address. All right. Tedious work, right? Nothing exciting about this, which lends us to what our obstacles and challenges are. And we gonna keep it real on this live. The first obstacle is boredom. Because there's nothing exciting about doing this. This is that work that you gotta do, but you don't really want to do because there's other exciting things going on in your life. Okay, and you want to participate with those things. But this is one of those necessary things because our emails get flooded. We can sign up. Let's not even say sign up. You can purchase something from one website, right? And then the next couple of days, you start getting emails from companies and businesses, and you're like, what in the world is this? Who are these people? Who are these people? I don't even know who this company is. I don't even know what their product is. And now I don't know how many of y'all are in the area of Duke Power, which is the power company for the Southeast and other states. Um, but when you sign up as a new customer for Duke Power, they don't just turn your power on anymore. They connect you, and they do it whether you tell them to not do it or whatever. Because I told them not to, but then soon as I hung up the phone, guess what started coming in? Emails. They connect you to moving companies, furniture companies, all kinds of, I think it was like 10 or 12 different companies that I started getting emails from the moment I hung up the phone. Companies I had never heard of, most of them. They have partnered with these companies, and your information is going to be sent to them. So our emails are being inundated with stuff. And it's up to us to keep it clear so that we don't miss that important communication. And I know with my phone, I can go through, think I've deleted all the crazy emails for the day. And I say crazy, meaning the ones that I don't really need to deal with. They have nothing to do with nothing. And then I log in on my laptop. My phone didn't upload everything because it was so many at the time. So it's imperative that we keep our emails clean. And I just thought of another action item. Create folders to keep inbox clear. Create folders in your email to keep your inbox clear. All right. So let's get back to obstacles. And I'm taking y'all through the process because as you're brainstorming, you're going to get other ideas of, oh, I need to do that. Oh, I need to do that. It's the natural course of events. And it's great because that means that your mind is focused on the task at hand. The other obstacle is time. How much time can you designate? Well, not can you, are you willing to designate to this? Because again, this is that mundane stuff that has to be done, but it's one of those things that we have to make ourselves do it. And I'm going to check in just a second. I'm going to check my comments, see if any of my YouTube people have any questions because they were hot last time. They were hot meaning like firing off, not hot like mad. All right. And so the next obstacle or challenge is that I may need to purchase a new business email address. And that's the reality for some people. You may have to go ahead and do that because you need to keep them separate. And I know many of us get told, child. Listen, we'll hop on that Gmail. Gmail, give it to me for free. You right. You right. Right. You were 100% correct because I have one. When I first started my coaching business, I had a Gmail address. You know what I found out? Let me tell you what I found out. When people in the upper echelon, okay, see Gmail, their mind goes, okay, you're not serious about your business. You just got started. You a newbie. You really don't know what you're doing. And I'm going to give my time, energy, and money to somebody who at least looks like they're more established. Okay? And that's just real talk. That is real. It is real talk. So if you've got that Gmail address, and I'm going through the process now of shifting everybody over to my newest email, my business email that has the ending of my capture page domain. I'm in the process of shifting everything over to that. Is it fair that people look at things that way? No. But is it their right? Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you are trying to get those larger clients, those $5,000, $10,000 opportunities, then you have to present yourself as someone who's worth them spending five and $10,000 on. Okay. And then, once you get in the door, you make it do what it do. Everything's copacetic, everything's gravy, and it's fabulous. Until then, you got to get in the door. You have to get in the door. All right. So, may need to purchase a new business email address. Now, you could probably think of some other obstacles and challenges. This is what I'm going to say to this particular section. Don't let this be a whining section um, where you put so many obstacles and challenges that when you look at it, it becomes a weight and you talk yourself out of it. Don't do that. It can very easily happen. We're talking about realistically, what are some of the challenges that I could face that I would need to possibly partner with somebody on, which takes us into this who will help. That's how you want to look at those obstacles and challenges. It may be your accountability partner. Okay, let's put that in here. And for those who are part of BPC and who needed accountability partners, if you're new, you probably don't know about this. But if you need an accountability partner and you are part of BPC, go into the Telegram chat and let the people know I need an accountability partner. And someone will connect with you. And let me tell you, let me tell you. So I've been in BPC for 2 years. And I'm at, how do I say this? I've been in BPC for 2 years. I've seen people come and go. Accountability is necessary. If you don't have that in your circle, as I've said in previous lives, if you are the brightest bulb in the box, you need to go to another box when it comes to your business. Because you need people that are going to challenge you and check you respectfully, but challenge you and check you. So if you are the brightest bulb in the box, go to another box. I'm not saying discard your friends. That's not what I'm saying. When it comes to business, sometimes we got to step out and go into different networks, different groups, which is what BPC can be for you. To help you see things from a different perspective. So, who will help? Your accountability partner. Who else will help? So, because there's a very real possibility that you may have to purchase a business email address if you don't have one, then you're going to reach out to the people in your network. BPC is your network, one of your networks. And you're going to reach out to them to find out who are they using for their email provider. What are some options? Some people just go with who they have their capture page with. So whoever did that, I'm not gonna mention any names because they're not paying me to do that. if, if people want to holler at your girl for some, brand partnering, we can do that. But yeah. So and if y'all have never been on any of my lives or webinars, I keep it light. I'm laughing. I'm silly because this is my personality all day, every day. I'm consistent no matter where we go. So you check with your network, see who they've used, who has had the email system that is easy to navigate because it could be cheap but complicated. So you before you go spending money, before you just go out there and take the nesty plunge, if you're a part of BPC, send the message in Telegram. If you're a part of a Facebook group, send the message in the group. Who do y'all use for your email provider? Let me say this to you. It does not have to be the company that you purchased your domain from. I'm telling you, it does not have to be. There are other options. There are other options. All right. So in the bottom part down here, and I know as soon as I shift this, all this is going to shift, but we got to do what we got to do. Oh, it didn't shift too much. The WIIFM. I talked about this in our last live. This is something that is heavy. If you've been in network marketing, you heard this acronym all the time. What's in it for me? What's in it for me? Let's see if I move it up because I want to make this bigger. Shifting. I don't need to shift those on the obstacles. They actually moved quite nicely. What's in it for me? Well, I mean, there's a lot in it for you if this is where your personal development needs to be. Number one, organization. And I'm going to tell you, nothing gets me from zero to ghetto more than dealing with an unorganized business where you are asking for my money, you are asking for my time, but y'all don't know what y'all doing. Yeah, let me tell you, I will cancel something in a heartbeat after I communicate with you about your foolishness. Okay? Organization, you have to be organized. You have to be ready. You have to be ready for what you're working for what you're praying for. And if you didn't catch my video that I did on getting ready for answered prayers, you need to do that. You need to do it. You need to do it. All of my social media is Nichica F. Melton. Okay, so check out my Instagram on that. The next thing would be balance. Isn't that one of the things that we're always chasing? Balance. This is going to help you get that. And structure. Because everything is in its place. Everything is in its place. And you're giving yourself a month to do this. Now, as I mentioned earlier, your action steps, they're not in, as you're brainstorming, they're not in the order that you may do them. All right. You may decide to create the folders first. That way, as you come to the different emails, you can go ahead and put them in the folder. You're clearing as you go. When you come up to something, I don't know if Gmail does it, but I know Yahoo has a feature now that if you when it notices that you're starting to delete several of the same type of email, it'll pop up a box that says, do you want to delete and unsubscribe? And I believe if you double click on it or something like that, it will allow you to unsubscribe from the parent company. And I hope y'all caught that, because you can get emails that will have 6 different companies that it's looking like it's coming from, but it's actually one parent company, one marketing company, and it will allow you to unsubscribe from that. Now for your business email, whoever your provider is, if you already have a business email right now and you got to get that organized, because notice with this create folders, I didn't just say create folders in my personal, create folders to keep your inbox clear. So that's for your business and your personal email accounts. Go ahead and get it started off on the right foot. But whoever your email provider is, you should be able to reach out to them in their customer service to find out if there is a faster way to unsubscribe from emails versus just deleting them. Okay? Delete and unsubscribe. Delete and unsubscribe. So these are your action steps. And if y'all have any questions, definitely put them into the chat. Like I said, I've got my phone up so I can see as they're coming up. If you have any questions, need me to clarify anything, need me to go back over something, just let me know and I'll be more than happy to do that for you. And if you are watching the replay, you can still post your questions in the comment. Just put replay by your question so that I know you're not part of the original video. I won't skip over it. And then with your obstacles and challenges, this is again one of those, I got to do it. And when you're talking about being an entrepreneur and really in life, period, there's a whole lot of things that you got to do that you don't do. And that's why boredom is at the top. Because every time, Lord have mercy, when I used to think about having to get my email box together, when I would have, y'all, I would have like 2,000 unopened emails because I knew they were junk emails. And I wouldn't even open them. I wouldn't open them. And the reason that I didn't open them is because as soon as you open that email, it sends a trigger to the marketing company that sent it. And it tells them that you're interested. So they're going to keep sending you more. I would have like over 2,000 unopened emails. So this was something, this task right here is very much close to home. Okay? And I'm sure it is for a lot of people. And if you have not transitioned to a solely personal and a solely business email, you need to do it now. You need to do it now. And I think there is a way, I have not. I know it used to be, but they've changed. But check with your email provider to see if there is a way to send, like when somebody sends you an email, when a client sends you an email, is there a way for them to get an automatic response saying that your email has now moved over to, or this is your new email address, something automatic that you can set up. If you are part of BPC, if you are part of BPC, you can set up an automation to notify all of your business clients to start using your new business address. The BP system will do that. BPC system will do that. You can set up an automation and it will go out to everybody so that when you start cleaning up things, some may slip through because people don't always, check their emails. But there's a big difference between trying to respond or reach out to 500 people and 10 people. Okay. And then the what's in it for me. This is always our goal, not just as entrepreneurs, not just in our professional life, but in our personal life. Because when we have these three things, and structure, when people hear structure, they think rigid. No, it just means everything in its place. I used to be neighbors with a personal organizer. When I lived in California, she was the breadwinner of the family as a personal organizer. And she said one of the things that she reiterates to her clients constantly is that things go where you feel like it should be. When you think about something being in a certain place, your natural instinct says it should be here. That's where you put it. So the structure is what you need it to look like. It's not about being rigid at all. It's about everything being in its natural place for you. Its natural place for you. And when you implement these three things in all the areas of your life, professional, personal, business, then you find that overwhelm and burnout don't slide in. There's no place for them to slide in. Okay? So this is our entrepreneur goal setting sheet for personal development. Entrepreneur goal setting sheet for personal development. And again, because we've only got a few minutes, so I won't start the professional one. I'll do that in the next live. Personal development, by definition, is anything that you do to improve you, whatever that looks like for you, because you define that. So personal development is not just business, it's not just career, it's you. And personal development was one of the areas when we did the circle of life. So if you are new to the lives and you're wondering, well, how did she pick this category? You have to go to the beginning of the planner and go through the steps of the circle of life. And that was the first live that I did. So if you go back through the group, you can see the live and see how to do the circle of life. Okay? So, those are our goals for this month, or our goal for this month in regards to personal development for my business. For our fake person. Fake is not the word I want to use, but that's what came to my brain. During the time between now and our next live, because we meet every second and fourth Friday, I'm going to take this down. I'm going to stop sharing this. Hold on, I ain't going nowhere. Don't you worry about it. Hold on. There we go. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I'm still here, y'all. During the time between now and our next live, take the time to go through your goal setting sheet for your business. If you have not done the circle of life, do it first. Okay, let me see, it's not coming up. Hold on. I can see me, but y'all can't see me. Hold on. Mm-mm-mm. I'm still. Let's see, because I can see me, but y'all can't see me. Here we go. I don't know what was happening with the system. But anyway, from now until the time that we meet again, work on your goal setting sheet for your business. As an entrepreneur, whatever the circle of life was producing, as far as the areas that you need to work on, you've got 2 weeks. Go ahead and start doing that and start implementing. And then if you have any questions, once you start filling it out, you can come with your questions on our next live, because I'm going to go through an example of how to do it as a professional, okay, with your career, with your job, your job. I'm going to go through that as well. So come with your questions, come with it done. And for those of y'all that are part of BPC, when we have our Monday night calls, that would actually be a win, that you went through the Profits Planner and you did your goal setting for one of the areas in the circle of life. So I want to thank you all for joining. Thank you all through all the technical stuff that we're still trying to figure out with this tool, and love playing around with it, because I learn something new every time we do a live, like literally. I hope you all have a fantabulous rest of the week. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas. Um, Prayerfully, you are celebrated. And listen, if you feel like you need assistance in this, in the goal setting, in the accountability, taking it even deeper than what we're doing now, because you need the customized strategies, you need the help. You have in your mind what you want to do, but you need help getting the details worked out so that you can actually get the end result that you're looking for. My website is right at the top, mindingmybusiness.vip. Mindingmybusiness.vip. Go to my website and let's book a call. Okay? Go to my website, let's book a call, and let's get those strategies together to help you get the end result that you're looking for. All right? You all have a fantabulous weekend. Thank you, everyone, for joining. If you're watching the replay, make sure you note it in the comments, in the chat, that you are a replayer. And I'll talk to you all in 2 weeks. Take care.